Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So continuing class 9th lines and angles exercise 3.1. So in my previous session we discussed some basic concepts which are related to angles depending upon their degrees and adjacent angles, vertically opposite angles, linear pair, supplementary angles and complementary angles. Now related to those concepts we are solving exercise 3.1. In exercise 3.1 we have 6 questions. So let us discuss one by one. First question is like this. In figure, lines AB and CD, listen carefully. In figure, lines AB and CD intersect at O. Here you can observe, here AB is one line, CD is another line. They are intersecting at point O. Okay, and remember the word intersecting. As you all know, if two lines intersecting each other, I am recalling the previous, if two lines intersecting each other like this, vertically opposite angles are equal. This is one basic concept we learned in previous session. So if two lines are intersecting each other, vertically opposite angles are equal. That means here which are the vertically opposite angle? Angle AOC and angle BOD are vertically opposite angles. Okay. Then we'll move on to next. If AOC plus BOE is equal to 70 degree, means sum of these two angles is equal to 70 degree and angle BOD is equal to 40 degree. Okay, here they gave one angle, that is BOD. BOD is equal to 40 degree. Okay, find BOE and reflex COE. Listen carefully, the word reflex they have mentioned, that means reflex angle. So first what we have to find? We have to find this angle BOE, this is one we have to find, and reflex angle. Reflex angle means here we have to consider the reflex angle. Reflex angle, it is more than the angle which is more than 180 degree, less than 360 degree. That means here we cannot consider this angle COE like this. Okay, if you consider like this angle is equal to, it may be exactly equal to 90 degree or it is less, it is not 360, it is reflex angle. But here we have to consider like this. Okay, so it is like this. No, observe here, if the angle is like this, COE, right? Here we cannot consider like this. We have to consider reflex angle like this. This is reflex. We have to come like this. This is more than 180 degree, less than 360 degree. How we can consider here reflex angle means we have to consider like this, the whole angle, like this reflex angle we have to find, that is COE. Okay, let's find one by one. So the first statement let us consider, that is lines AB. Here they have given lines AB and CD intersect at O, right? Let us write that sentence. So lines AB and CD intersect at O. Why we are considering this statement? Because to consider the vertically opposite angles are equal, as in vertically opposite angle definition, right? So that means here what we can write, angle AOC. So that means angle AOC is equal to angle BOD. This we can write because they are intersecting. Why? They are vertically opposite angles. I am writing in short form. BOA means vertically opposite angles. Now let AOC be as it is. AOC be as it is. What is BOD? What they gave? As in question itself, they gave 40 degree. If BOD is 40 degree, definitely 40 degree because vertically opposite angles. Then let us consider this statement. What they have given? Angle AOC plus angle BOE is equal to 70 degree. Okay. Now what we got from this case? AOC is equal to 40 degree. Let BOE be as it is. BOE is equal to 70 degree. You want BOE, right? So let's take BOE as it is. Send 40 degree to the RHS. Plus 40 becomes minus 40 degree. Okay, now what happens to the BOE? BOE is equal to 70 degree minus 40 degree, it is 30 degree. So we got our first solution, that is BOE is equal to 30 degree. I think you got this. These two lines are intersecting at O. So this is if BOD is 40 degree, AOC is 40 degree. Now we are substituting this in this equation 40. By transforming to the RHS, we got BOE as 30 degree. Now let's go for that reflex angle COE. Reflex angle. Reflex angle, if you go for reflex angle COE, here you can observe COE means how many angles they connect each other here. Here if you consider, here observe carefully here. COE means you have to write, consider this whole angle, right? This whole angle, and this is 40 degree along with this. Already you have 40, 40 and 30, but you don't know this angle, that is okay, COD. So completely if you observe in this case, observe here completely this whole angle, how it is seeming like this is this straight line COD. COD is a straight line, right? COD is complete straight line. What is an angle of straight line? 180 degree. So first let us write here reflex angle you have to find. So let us write here the second one, reflex angle COE. That means you have to find COE means it is a sum of angle COD. You have to consider angle COD plus, observe carefully, COD plus this COD, this angle plus this angle, that is BOD plus BOE. If you add all these, you will get reflex angle COD, angle BOD plus angle BOE. Okay, if you add all these angles, you will get reflex angle. Now, if you observe the COD, it is a straight line. COD, observe this is a straight line. So, for straight line, it is 180 degree. Okay, then if we consider this one, BOD, if you consider BOD, what is BOD? 40 degree. Plus, what is BOE? Now we got 30 degree, right? So 30 degree. Now add all these. 180 plus 40, it is 220. 220 plus 30, it is 250 degree. Okay, I think you got about this. So this whole angle COD is 180 degree. Okay, COD is a line. It is a line. COD as well as AOB is also, they're saying it as line, right? So here you can write it here. You can write for reason. So here you can write COD is a line. Line you can write. So therefore angle COD is equal to 180 degree. You can write here reason. Okay. About question number 1. Same exercise 3.1. In figure 3.14, that means the given figure here, lines XY and MN, observe carefully, lines XY and MN intersect at O. If angle POY is equal to 90 degree, and here they have given the ratio A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3, find C, they are asking, find C. Okay, so observe carefully, XY is a line, right? XY is a line. And OP is a ray standing on XY, right? XY is a line and OP is a ray. It is in between, right? So if this is 90 degree, exactly, if POY, this is POY, they are intersecting at O. If POY is 90 degree, POX is also 90 degree. And if we add those two, so those two, the sum of those two angles is 180 degree, right? So here, so first OP is a ray on line XY, observe here, XY. Then the whole angle, observe here, I am showing in this line, this side. So this whole angle is equal to 180, right? Means sum of POX and POY. POX and POY, observe carefully, POX, POY. It is like this, observe here, I am writing here. So this is X, this is Y. So this is O and this is P. If it is 90 degree, definitely this is also 90 degree because the sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degree linear pair. Here we are using linear pair. That means here what we can write, angle POX plus angle POY is equal to 180 degree because linear pair. Linear pair means you have the common arm and the sum of two angles will be 180 degree. That is the definition, right? So now they gave POY. So that means POX will be as it is plus POY means 90 degree is equal to 180 degree. So POX is equal to 180 degree minus 90 degree. So definitely POX is equal to 90 degree. That means you got this angle. This angle is also 90 degree. Now in this only we are having the ratio, right? That is A is to B. They are given. Now let us consider the ratio. If I consider the ratio and this 90 degree can be divided. Now what is happening here? Now I'm writing the separate figure, observe. So now this is POX, right? So now in between this we are having another ray, that is OM, right? So if we add these two angles, you are getting 90 degree. That means angle POM, angle MOX or XOM, you can consider XOM or POM. So here also, if I consider like this, so now in this case, POX, so POX is equal to this, POX can be written as POM plus XOM is equal to 90 degree. So this POX can be written like this, right? Because in between this we have another ray. So these two angles, sum of these two angles will be equal to 90 degree. So now here what they have given here, observe carefully, this A is to B. Here they have given is A is to B. That means this angle they have given as A, POM is A and XOM as B. A plus B is equal to 90 degree. But here they have given the ratio, that is A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3. And this ratio can be converted into fractions, as you all know, that is we can write it as A by B is equal to 2 by 3. This is in the ratio, we are writing it as in fraction. So A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3. Observe carefully. A is to B means we can write it as A by B. 2 is to 3 means we can write it as 2 by 3. Okay. Now here you convert this equation in terms of any one. Cross multiply these two. You will get 3A. Observe carefully. 3A is equal to 2B. Cross multiply. So 3A is equal to 2B. Now you want only the value of A. You will get 2B by 3, right? 2B by 3. Now let us substitute here. A value what we got, 2B by 3, because why we are doing like this means we are converting here in terms of A or in terms of B only 90 degree. But here the given is A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3, B is equal to 2 by 3. So if we cross multiply 3 into A, 3A, 2 into B, 2B. So convert any one equation. So here A is equal to 2B by 3. So now in the place of A, let us substitute this. Okay, 2B by 3 plus B is equal to 90 degree. Now taking LCM. If we take LCM now, if we consider LCM, 3 will be the LCM. First if you multiply 3 cancel, 2B will be as it is. Here if you multiply 3, it becomes 3B is equal to 90 degree. Now what happens? Cross multiply. This will be cross multiply. 2B plus 3B. It is 5B. If you cross multiply, 9 3s are 270. Now you want the value of B, right? What happens to the value of B? B is equal to 270 degree by 5. Here you can consider 5 1s are 5 5s are 25, right? 5 5s are 25. 2 remains 20. So 4. So here what happens? B is equal to 54 degree. B is equal to 54 degree. Okay, now observe now, here no need to find A value because we don't want, because here the necessary is an angle. Here in the problem we got 54, right? 54 and B is equal, this means this is 54 degree now. This is 54 degree. And if you subtract from 90, you will get this one. Here this is 54 means A will be 36. If we subtract this, okay, 36. So, but we no need to find A value because they have asked to find C value, right? So C, this C value, but the sum of these two, observe, sum of these two is equal to 180, right? Sum of these two angles, because this is MN is a line here. So MN is a line here, but B plus C is equal to 180 degree. B plus C is equal to 180 degree. So here you can observe MN. Here you can write, so MN is a line, therefore B plus C is equal to 180 degree. B plus C is equal to 180 degree. What we got? 54 degree plus C is equal to 180 degree. C is equal to 180 degree minus 54. Minus 54. How much you will get? Minus 180 minus 54. So C is equal to 126 degree. So C is equal to 126 degree. This is about question number 2 in exercise 3.1. Question number 3. So in figure 3.15, angle PQR is equal to angle PRQ. Then prove that angle PQS is equal to PRT. Observe the figure. Don't think about this triangle. Here we no need to find any triangle area. Only observe. In this, if you consider like this, here I am considering two figures. Observe here. So first figure is like this. Yes. T. Another one is P, Q, like this. I took like this one figure. Second figure, observe, same ST. I am taking this one, PR. Okay. Observe these two figures separately. Instead of after joining these two lines, it is looking like a triangle. Don't think about that. Only observe this one. So here what they are saying, angle PQR is equal to angle PRQ. These two angles are equal. Okay, afterwards let us think. So now here if we observe these two, I am separating the whole figure into two parts. One is ST and PQ. Observe these. This is PQ is a ray on ST, right? PQ is a ray on ST. So what happens to the whole angle? The sum of these two angle will be 180 degree, right? As same here, PR is also lying on ST. Again the sum of these two angle will be 180 degree. So let us write that statement. So what we can write? So first it is PQ. So what we can write? Ray PQ is on line ST. So this PQ is on ray. And observe, this is what we can observe here, linear pair, right? We are having common arm and sum of the two angle is 180 degree. So it is linear. Okay, here in between these two, that means the same line, we have another point R, right? So it is nothing but PQT. Here you can consider angle PQS plus angle PQT is equal to 180 degree. Or instead of PQT, we can write PQR also, because R is in the on point of line ST only, same line ST. So instead of that, we can write angle PQR is equal to 180 degree. Consider it as equation 1. Now let's observe this one, this point. Okay. Now if you observe this point, here also ray PR, right? Ray PR is on line same ST. Okay. But we have another point Q on the same line ST, right? So that means here you can consider two angles, that is angle PRT. So angle PRT plus PRQ. So you can write it as PRQ or PRS also, because the Q is on the line same ST only. So PRQ is equal to 180 degree. This is also 180 degree. Take it as equation 2. In both the cases, RHS is equal, right? So now in RHS, that means from 1 and 2, you can write it as from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2, RHS is equal. So you can equate LHS, angle PQS plus angle PQR is equal to angle PRT plus angle PRQ. Okay, but what I have given, these two angles are equal, right? PQR is equal to PRQ. So PQR is equal to PRQ. That means you can cancel these two. If there, for example, in RHS and LHS, you are getting the same angle. Okay, you can cancel it directly. Or if you consider this plus this side, it becomes minus. Both values are equal. Plus minus will be cancelled. Or if it is the same values, you can cancel each other. Now finally, what is left? PQS is equal to PRT. PQS is equal to PRT. What I have told to prove that only, no. PQS is equal to PRT. Therefore, hence proved. This is very simple problem. Here only first you have to consider this separately, this ray like this, PQ on ST, but you have another point like this. So the sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degree. Consider it as equation 1. Then ray, again if you consider, here we have two rays, one is PQ and the one is PR. So again we are considering PR, and Q is on the same line Q. Then these two, sum of these two angle is equal to 180 degree. Here RHS are equal, you can equate LHS from 1 and 2. But here the given is these two angles are equal. If they are equal, you can cancel each other. Then finally left with PQS is equal to PRT. So this is about question number 3 in exercise 3.1. Question number 4. In figure 3.16, that means the figure is this. If x plus y is equal to w plus z, then prove that AOB is a line. This is very simple. Here it can be this, you can observe AOB, this we have to prove that it is a line, it is a straight line we have to prove. Now observe, the given here, they gave one clue, that is x plus y is equal to w plus z. That means these two angles, x plus y is equal to z plus w. Here you can observe, here we have two adjacent angles, right? Here we have x and y are adjacent angles, w and z are adjacent angles. Adjacent angles means, as you all know, they has to have a common arm, right? Common arm, common vertex and common arm. Here common vertex is O. Common arms are OC is one arm, OD is another arm, or you can call it as ray also. Okay, so here using this given x plus y is equal to w plus z, we have to prove that AOB is a line, it is a straight line. Then tell me, if you are saying that now any AOB or anything else, if you are saying it is a straight line, what about angle? If it is a straight line, yes, 180 degree, right? So anything we are saying it is a straight angle or straight line, their angle must be equal to 180 degree. Now we have to prove that this AOB is equal to 180 degree. If it is AOB is 180 degree, then definitely it is a straight line or it is a line. Now let's start. So now let us write the given. So what is the given? X plus y is equal to w plus z. So it is a given. So that is x plus y is equal to w plus z. Okay, let it be like that only. Now what we have to do is, you know that if we add all these angles, what will be the total angle? X plus y plus z plus w. If we add all these angles, what will be the value? 360 degree, right? So look here, it seems like a total angle, or we talked about complete angle. So if we add all these angles is equal to 360 degree. That means total angle is equal to 360 degree, or sum of all angles is equal to 360 degree. Total angle means we have to add all these things, right? That means angle x plus y w plus z is equal to 360 degree. Now x plus y be as it is. Now z means we can write it as x plus y. Okay, plus it is plus. So in the place of w plus z, we are substituting again x plus y is equal to 360 degree. Now how many x are there? How many y are there? 2 times x plus x, you will get 2x. Y plus y, you will get 2y is equal to 360 degree. Now what is common in between these two? 2 is common, right? So x plus y is equal to 360 degree. So now let us divide. It is multiplied with this, right? If you take to the RHS, it will be division. So x plus y is equal to 360 degree by 2. Now what happens? X plus y is equal to 2 1s are 18s are, right? So finally you got x plus y is equal to 180 degree. That means these two angles, x plus y, that means if you add these two angles, you are getting 180 degree. Yes, right? Then therefore what we can write? Therefore AOB is a line. AOB is a line. As you all know, when we talked about important points in our first session, introduction part, as I told you, the sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree. 180 degree. Then the non-common arms of the angles form a line, right? They form a line. So AOB is a line here, because these adjacent angles are equal to 180. These two are adjacent angles. So adjacent angles are equal to 180 degree. The non-common arms are this OA and OB are the non-common arms. They form a straight line. So AOB is a line. Why are adjacent angles? So you can write this here, adjacent angles. So x plus y is equal to 180 adjacent angles. So if their adjacent angles are 180 degree, then AOB is a line. So this is about question number 4 in exercise 3.1. Question number 5 in exercise 3.1. In figure 3.17, that means this is the figure. POQ is a line. Okay, here they said that POQ is a line. That means the angle is, yes, 180 degree. Ray OR, yes, ray OR is perpendicular to line PQ. Okay, OR is perpendicular to PQ. OS is another ray lying between OP and OR. Prove that angle ROS is equal to half of angle QOS minus POS. Okay, now let us begin. So observe in this case. If you observe in this case, here they are saying that OR is perpendicular, right? OR is perpendicular to POQ. That means this angle is 90 degree and this angle is also 90 degree. So let us write, that is ROQ. Observe carefully. ROQ and ROP, or POR, QOR also you can write. POR you can take like this also, or you can take like this also. That means here what they are saying, OR is perpendicular to PQ. OR is perpendicular to PQ. If it is perpendicular, what do you mean by perpendicular? Means it is direct, it is 90 degree. That means it is forming 90 degree to the line. Here you can observe, here these two angles form 90 degree. That means angle POR. Angle POR is equal to angle QOR is equal to 90 degree. Both are equal to 90 degree. Observe QOS. First they gave here, observe, by observing the proof only let us solve. First let us take this one, QOS. Where is QOS? QOS. That means QOS. You want QOS means what we have to do? We have to add these two, right? Observe carefully. This is 1, this is 2. Okay, that means here if we add these two angles, you will get QOS, whole complete angle. Which are those angles? We have, if we observe here, angle QOR, right? Angle QOR, okay, QOR plus ROS, right? ROS. So ROS. Take it equation 1. Then what is our next one? Here observe, by question only we are doing how to select. How to select means first you have to take QOS. QOS, the whole angle, this complete angle we will get by adding these two, this smaller angle and this bigger angle. That means 90 degree along with this small angle. So if I add all these things, we are getting the whole. So take it as equation 1. Then what is next one? POS. Take the same thing. Angle POS. Where is POS? This POS, right? This POS. If you want to get this angle, what we have to do? This whole 90 degree. That means from this whole angle, you have to subtract this one. From this means POR minus ROS. Right? That means POR. Angle POR minus ROS you have to do. Okay. That means from this whole 90 degree, you have to subtract this angle. You will get the POS. That's what we are doing. Okay, consider it as equation 2. Okay, next it is subtracting. Why we have to subtract? In between QOS and POS we have minus sign. So subtracting. What we will get? First QOS minus means RHS to RHS, LHS to LHS. Observe carefully. RHS to RHS, LHS to LHS. From 1, subtracting 2 from 1. That means 2 from 1. So first QOS minus POS, LHS to LHS, RHS to RHS is equal to, first let us write this one, QOR, angle QOR plus ROS minus of, you have to write, don't write directly, POR minus ROS. Okay. So now after this we'll multiply the angle. So QOR will be as it is, plus ROS will be as it is, minus, now we'll multiply minus POR, minus into minus ROS. Okay, ROS. Now here you can observe we have one ROS here, another ROS here. That means plus ROS, you will get 2 times of ROS. First let us write QOR minus POR, okay, minus POR plus 2 times of ROS, because you have ROS plus ROS, 2 ROS. Now what is the value of QOR and POR? 90, right? That means 90 minus 90 plus 2 times of ROS. 90 minus 90 cancels. What will be the remaining here? What will be the remaining? Let us write this. QOS minus POS is equal to 2 times of ROS. But here in the proof they gave only the ROS. Now if we take 2, here it is multiplied. So if we take to the LHS, it will be division. Finally, what you will get, ROS is equal to, it is 2 multiplied. So if you take to the LHS, it becomes 1 by 2. 1 by 2 of angle QOS minus angle POS. So this is our proof in question number 5. Okay, number 6, this is the last question in exercise 3.1. So it is given that, so question is like this. Here we don't have any figure, so using the data we have to draw the figure. So first it is given that angle XYZ is equal to 64 degree. Angle XYZ is equal to 65 degree. So now let's draw the figure. So XYZ, let us take one angle. So if I consider like this, so this is 64 degree, okay. So this is X, Y, Z. Why I took Y means the middle angle is Y, right? So that means at Y it has to be 64 degree. Then what they are saying, XY is produced to a point P. Produce means it is continued. So it is continued. So where? Till point P. So it has continued point P. So draw figure from this given information. It is over now. If ray YQ, again we have another ray YQ which bisects angle ZYP. Where is ZYP? ZYP. So means it has to be bisects, means it has to come in between these two. So this is Q now. So over the using data we draw a figure. That means if a ray YQ bisects ZYP. What do you mean by bisect? That means if a ray come between any angle, the bisector means it divides the whole angle into 2 equal parts. That means what we can write here for example if I consider like this. So this, as you all know, it is 90 degree. For this 90 degree, if I draw perpendicular, that means the whole angle is divided into how much? 45 degree. Or you can consider it as half of 90 degree. Half of 90 degree you can consider. Or the same thing if I consider like 40 degree. If it is 40 degree bisector for this, the whole angle will divide into 2 angles, that is 20 degree, or you can consider it as half of 40 degree like this. Okay, here also what you have to observe is ZYP is one angle. So whole angle is divided into 2 equal parts. Or how we can write half of ZYP. Here they have not given the measurement. So what we can write? Half of ZYP, the whole angle. Half of whole angle. Why? Because YQ is a bisector. Bisector means it divides whole angle into 2 equal parts or half of the whole angle. Clear? So now let's start. First now let us observe the figure. So here if you observe, first is here XYP is a line, right? XYP is a line now, straight line. And if we take whole angle, this whole angle, what is the total angle of this? 180 degree without bisector. Imagine you don't have bisector. you don't have bisector, only you have one ray on the line. Which ray it is? ZY or YZ you can consider. Now let us write here ray, observe carefully, ray YZ is on PX, right? PX. So XYZ, let us consider XYZ, angle XYZ, this angle is over. Remaining is ZYP. So ZYP, when you are writing, observe carefully, it is equal to 180 degree because it is linear pair. You can consider it as linear pair because two adjacent angle, sum of two adjacent angle is equal to 180 degree. Okay, then let us substitute now. XYZ, how much is an XYZ? 64 degree plus ZYP is equal to 180 degree. Now you want to find ZYP is equal to 180 degree minus 64 degree. So ZYP is equal to 180 minus 64. It is 116 degree. Now you got 116 degree. What we have to find? XYQ. That is XYQ. This whole angle we have to find. Now remember, this whole angle, how much we are getting? 116, right? Now as QY is bisector, as QY is bisector, then what happens to this angle, this half of angle, what we will get? Half of this ZYP, right? As I told you here, this whole angle we got 116 degree now. This whole angle looks right. So now it is 116 degree. Okay, now we are getting YQ as a bisector. That means here what we have to do? Half of 116 degree. Therefore, you have to get QYZ or ZYQ or QYZ is equal to half of 116 degree or 58 degree. That means this angle, that means this is 58, this is 58 now. Both are equal to 58 now. Now they are asked to find XYQ. And the first one is we have to find XYQ. XYQ means this angle, this whole angle we have to find XYQ. That means we have to add these two angles. That is, which are those two angles? XYZ plus what we found now? QYZ. So now what is 64 degree? Plus 58 degree. How much we got now? XYQ is equal to 122 degree. So now we got XYQ now. XYQ we got. Now we have to reflex angle, that is QYP. So if you observe here the figure, so already we got this 58 is divided by sectors, 58 degree, and this is 64 degree as it's given in data. Now if you observe the reflex angle, here you can observe this is Q, right? So Q to P, here the whole, this angle is reflex angle, this is reflex angle QYP. But if you join this to Q also, the whole angle, if you look here, the left out is this much. If you join this also, it becomes a complete angle. It is a complete angle. What is the measurement of complete angle? It is 360 degree. That means in whole 360 degree, if you remove 58 degree, then you will get the angle of QYP. So what we can write? So angle QYP is equal to 360 degree minus 58 degree. You can observe QYP reflex angle, it will come till here. Only the remaining is this much. So if you remove this from complete angle, you will get the reflex angle. So 360, 10 minus 8, 2, 5 minus 0. So 2 degree. So QYP, reflex angle QYP is equal to 302 degree. This is about question number 6 in exercise 3.1. So if you like this video, do subscribe my channel, share with your friends and keep watching. Thank you.